Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Phi and this is Money Philosophy. Thank you for coming back for another day of Tesla technical analysis. Today we will take a look at chart on the hourly, daily, and weekly, and together with volume to see what will Tesla do in the next few days. Keep in mind that we are 2 weeks away from the end of March, which also signals a potential outstanding Q1 2022 delivery result. So let's take a look at Tesla and hopefully we'll catch the next bull run. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I am a growth stock investor and a trader, and I'd love to share with you my investing and trading journeys. If you're also interested in joining my Patreon page, I'll put the link down below. There I share with my patrons my readings of Tesla first thing in the morning, together with update of volume throughout the day. Together, we should be able to navigate the next bull run, and I'd love to see you at my Patreon page. Once again, thank you very much, and let's get right into the video. So here's the daily chart for Tesla. At the time of this recording, it is 12 noon Pacific Standard Time or 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we have one more hour left in the trading day. The volume is right now at 73%, so it is tracking probably around 80 to 85% into close, which is not phenomenal volume, but at the same time, it's not low volume. Low volume in my mind would be 60% or below for the entire day. Anything that crossing into 80 to 90%, I think it's pretty decent. And of course, 100% is the average of the last 30 trading days. So I'd like Tesla to get close to 90% to 100% today. The price action for the last 3 days have been very promising with bullish continuation here. As of right now, Tesla is trading at $874, which is well above 200 days SMA, currently at $847, and it is reaching for $910, which is 50 days SMA. The volume over the last 3 days, as you can see here, is predominantly buy volume. And yesterday, Tesla volume crossed over to 100%. So I do think that the buying momentum is back, but it's not vigorous, right? We want the buy volume to be just like this buy volume right here, which is over 130%. This was the day, February 24th, it was the day that Russia launched the attack into Ukraine. So in the morning, Tesla gapped down and started moving back up and crossed over to 796, which was at the time a very strong support. So back to today, I think this is very promising. The volume is not super encouraging, but this is not a fake out by any means. The rest of the market is also green. As you can see here, the QQQ is also in the green, as well as the S&P 500 evidence in the SPY here. So we'll talk about the rest of the market in a little bit, but as for Tesla, I think this is a very good sign. If you look at the weekly chart, this is a bullish engulfing candle by a lot. And this is a very, very good candle for another leg up next week or so. So if you look at Tesla from all-time high of 1243, it has been retracing back, and at the bottom it was around 705. But the fact that it is reclaiming above 796, which is 50 weeks SMA, that is very important. And as of right now, it is ending the day, hopefully above 847, which is 200 days SMA, which is another important milestone for Tesla. And I think with this bullish engulfing candle on the weekly candles, I think that would be a reason for Tesla to turn around and spike further. For me to feel completely comfortable that it will be resuming bullish, that would have to be above $910. So today is March the 17th. We are about 2 weeks until the end of the month of March, as well as the end of the quarter. March 31st falls onto Thursday, 2 weeks from now. And April 1st would be Friday. So I think that Tesla would likely announce Q1 2022 delivery results sometime over the weekend between April the 2nd or April the 3rd, and possibly before market opens on April 4th. If that's the case, I think Tesla is primed to run leading into the delivery news. It could potentially starting tomorrow, but it could also be starting next week. And when I say run, I'm talking about a major and vigorous run leading into Q1 delivery for a number of reasons. The first reason is gas price. In California, where I live, gas price has been hitting high $5 to mid $6 a gallon, and it has been outrageous. It has been moving up really fast, and I know that the last couple of days, oil price has dropped about 30%, but that hasn't changed significantly at the gas station. So this would be a great reason for Tesla order rate to be surging over the last month, and will continue to do so over the next quarter. This could translate into obviously a decent delivery for March, although March delivery is probably as a result of order in Q4 of 2021 or early Q2 of 2022. However, I think that there will be certain guidance coming out in this coming earnings season for Tesla, guiding us with the understanding of how demand for Tesla EVs would look like for the rest of 2022. And that number should be very optimistic for all of us. Here, I'm looking also at an article by Electric dated March 10th, which is about a week ago. And in here, Frederick Lambert also shared that Tesla order rate is surging in the US as gas prices are turning people toward electric cars. For this article, Electric is indicating that Tesla is seeing its order rate surging in the US, according sources familiar with the matter, as record gas prices are turning more people toward EVs. However, it won't significantly affect its delivery since the automaker is still production constrained. So this is not a new topic here. Tesla is constrained on the supply side due to limited production capacity at Fremont, and hopefully Giga Austin is ramping up in a way that would give Tesla a little bit more production in the month of February and March of 2022. Crude oil is now at over $100 per barrel, and the average gas price at the pump in the U.S. was at $4.25 per gallon, with some regions seeing $5 a gallon. Once again, in California, you're looking at well above $5 a gallon, pushing $6 and $6.50 per gallon. This is going to affect virtually every industry, but it is also an important enough increase that many people are having to change their budget for gas. So for perspective, I have a Mazda CX-9 SUV, and when I pump at a typical gas station, it cost me on average about $50 last year, and now it is pushing closer to $90 if I fill the entire tank. So this is double in a lot of cases, and so that definitely will turn people away from ICE vehicles into EV, especially those that are on the fence of getting an EV or those that are on the fence of getting a new car. And they were debating whether to go, or what kind of car to go with. Now, with the fact of gas price, they're probably going to turn to Tesla as one of the major choice for EV. Additionally, used car as well as new car markets have been taking off, right? Right nowadays, it's really difficult to buy a car at a reasonable price, and the dealers have a lot of leverage in the negotiation. Whereas Tesla, with a few clicks, you can get a car at whatever price the Tesla set out to be. There's no negotiation possible. And to the extent that people don't want to waste time in a car dealership, they would opt for a Tesla with touchless delivery experience. And I know that it got dropped on my driveway on a Sunday morning, completely effortless on my part. And I just opened the garage and reprogram my app and drive the car. So it's very, very easy and straightforward for anybody that wants a seamless process, that wants to save time. So this definitely gonna affect the upper middle class market, especially those that are, like I said, looking to change to another vehicle right now. Of course, there's still the vast majority of the market out there that probably can't afford to change cars right now, or don't want to change their cars right now. That will take some time to convert them over to EVs, and particularly Tesla EV. But I think anybody that has any inclination to switch to EV would be pulling the trigger around this time, causing a temporary temporary spike in Tesla orders. And Tesla will continue to have significant orders for the rest of the year, assuming Austin will ramp up at a reasonable time to accommodate the spike in demand. Tesla Q2 and Q3 deliveries is going to blow everyone out of the water. And I know I keep saying this over and over again, but the gas price situation and the used car, new car prices surging is a big tailwind for Tesla in 2022 and potentially beyond 2022. Back to chart analysis here. The pivot point for today was on the upper end, $867. The middle pivot point is $827 and the bottom pivot point $815. So it looks like Tesla surpassed the upper pivot point a little bit and right now dancing around that. We are looking at the hourly chart. So this candle right here is the last hourly candle of the day. For tomorrow, the pivot points are interesting. On the upper end, almost coincide with 50 days SMA. It is at 906 and 50 days SMA is at 910. The middle pivot point is 858 and the bottom pivot point is 840. I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla has a gap up, reach all the way to 50 days SMA, which is now a temporary resistance, and retrace back a little bit. It should be swinging between 50 days SMA at 910 and 200 days SMA at 847 tomorrow. That is the expected range there. And as you can see, even on the lowest point of the pivot point, it is just slightly below 200 days SMA. If we are lucky and a lot of buyers coming in, we can see Tesla spike above 910, 50 days SMA, and remain above there. And if it does, for whatever reason, get to 954, it will be a fantastic week ahead waiting for Tesla next week. Let's take a look at the historical behavior of Tesla stock leading into delivery. So for Q4 2021 delivery, the result came out right around January 2nd. But you can see the spike starting around December 20th or 21st throughout the holiday. So December 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 27th, 4 days in a row, a spike and then retrace a little bit. And then on January 3rd, when the delivery result came out, it gapped up and went all the way up, almost back to all-time high. The highest point at the time was about $1,200. From there, it start moving back down until earnings, right? So this is an interesting pattern that we need to observe. And it looks like Tesla spiked leading into delivery result about 10 days before that, at least in Q4 announcement there. Let's go back to Q3 announcement, which happened right around October 2nd or 3rd. So this is October right here. This is probably where Tesla spiked to 50 weeks SMA and then retrace the day of the announcement. But if you look before that, starting around September 21st, it starts spiking up about 4 or 5 days in a row and then move sideways. So this is a daily bull flag and then it broke out further, right? So unlike Q4, it retraced a few days after delivery result came out. For Q3, it actually moved sideways a little bit with a retracement on the day of the announcement and then spiking further. But the beginning point of the spike was on the 21st of September, which was roughly about 10 days, 10 calendar days from the delivery announcement. You go back to the quarter before that, the announcement would have been around July 2nd for Q2 of 2021 delivery. So July 2nd is right around here. And if you see this candle right here, let me try to zoom in a little bit. It is a sell-off candle, sell the news type of candle on July 2nd. The run starting right around June 16, to June 17th. So roughly about 2 weeks before leading into delivery. And it kind of moves sideways the 5 days leading into delivery. So keep this in mind as well. So 2 weeks to 10 days. So 14 days or 10 days, that's around the range that it would be spiking. I don't have data before that, but my recollection to before that would be around 2 to 3 weeks leading into delivery, Tesla would be spiking. And we are right now in that window. So we are, like I said, March 17. We have about 2 weeks until the end of the quarter and about 2 weeks and a couple of days until the announcement for Q1 delivery. And I think that Tesla should begin running, if not already the last 3 days, Tesla should begin running vigorously tomorrow or the week after. The good thing right now for the bulls is that Tesla is still in a low point within a consolidation range, even though 870 is higher than 700 that it touched a few weeks ago, or still higher than about 800 a couple of days ago. I get that. But the fact that it holds above 200 days SMA right now, it is a very good cause for it. It is a very good reason for it to continue to spike further into delivery date, into delivery announcement date. So for all intents and purposes, I don't think 870 is too high of a price to either getting into shares or options right now. Keep in mind that another hurdle would be 910. If it does not surpass 910, it might fall back down to 847 and then 796. Part of me thinks that with the delivery result, it would surpass 910, but that is just in my opinion. It's not necessarily backed up by technical analysis right now. As you can see here, Tesla is highly volatile along the way, and it's important to look at it in a bigger picture to know that Tesla is still on the low end for all of us shareholders to acquire more shares, should we like to. As far as options trading, let me take a look at a shorter term trade for the next few weeks. So I would look at April 8th, for example, because that would be after delivery result coming out. Just to kind of give us a little bit more time, that is about 3 weeks from here, give or take. If you're looking at $950 strike, April 8th, you're looking at about $17.50, which is not a bad bet there. Let's take a look at April 1st. April 1st arguably is before delivery result, which might not be a bad idea because remember, after Tesla releases result, it could sell the news. Most of the time it did sell the news, except for last quarter, it went up for just a day and then it sold the news the next day. So April 1st might not be a bad idea. $950 at around $1,000, give or take. If you would like to be closer to the money, I would pick $910. Right now it is around $2,100, which is not the end of the world either, for something that Tesla is so close to, so much closer to the money, and 910 happens to be 50 days SMA. So if Tesla surpassed 910 in anticipation of delivery for Q1 2022, then it could be a very nice run for us, all the way to about 1,000 before hitting delivery result date. So keep that in mind as well. So April 1 might not be a bad thing. For leap call option, I know a bunch of you will have been asking me about leap call option. I think right now, Tesla still have potential, so it's not the end of the world to contemplate leap call option, but I would do something further out the money. So January 2024 expiration, $1,100 right now is around $20,800, give or take. It's not a bad bet at all. $1,200, closer to previous all-time high, is right now at $18,600, give or take. I would not do anything below $1,000 if you have time, as is the case with January 2024 expiration. If you want to do something moderate, medium, I would pick August. That way it would capture July earnings. And $1,000 strike price is around $8,000. $1,100 strike price is around $5,300. So they are not bad bet actually for August 2022. If you follow Gary Black, you know his projection for Tesla in the next 6 to 12 months is $1,600. Now, whether or not that will come to fruition in the next 6 to 12 months is hard to say because Tesla fundamentals have not changed despite the fact of the Ukraine war. But the stock price has been hammered a lot, right? So if you are looking at a shorter term trade, it might not materialize the way that Gary Black predicted, but the fundamentals of the companies don't change. And if you have multiple years to hold on to the stock, you'll still be very profitable in my personal opinion. But if you look at January 2023, presumably for Tesla to have a delivery result for the entire 2022, and if you're looking at $1,000 strike price right now, it is about $14,000, $1,100 at about $11,000. So once again, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200 would be my strike depending on my expiration dates. So this is it for this video. Thank you very much for paying attention thus far. Check out the link in the comment below for an opportunity to join my Patreon page. Let's navigate the next bull run together. And I post on there regularly about what I think about Tesla for a particular day. If you are a Teslady member, which is the highest tier, you would get update from me a few times a week. If you are a morning coffee member, you'll get update from me about once a week. And until the next video, thank you. Bye.